Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman and Secretary of Gunn. It's great to see you. Thank you for your lifetime of service to the country. And I agree with you. I think there's a lot of good news that we have to talk about. I'm particularly want to point to the VA success in vaccinating veterans, family members, caregivers, and employees against COVID-19. Here in my district, as you may know, last year we opened a new VA facility, the Garland VA Medical Center, which was a donated hospital that I worked for about a year on. And I was there back in March as they were hosted a COVID vaccination clinic, and they were able to vaccinate 500 veterans that day. That was their first day. And I know they've done many more since then. And, that's just great progress. I think it's about the leadership we have here locally, and also a testament to the VA, how quickly they got that up and running. And I want to invite you to visit the Garland VA anytime, quite soon, if you can. As you know, Texas has the second most veterans in the country. We have the most women veterans in the country, and we will very soon be number one, actually, in veterans. And a lot of them are here in my area. I wanted to talk about the office, the new office you created, the Office of Resolution of Management, Diversity and Inclusion, which I guess was formerly separate offices, and the increase in funding that you have in this budget for that. Here in Texas, we have an incredibly diverse set of veterans. We also have a diverse set of folks who work in the VA. And, it's not just by race, as I said, it's also by gender and LGBTQ status as well. And if you could just sort of, discuss a little more what your plans are for that office and how we can support you in those efforts, because I'm very interested in it, and I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, well, thanks so much, and it's really good to see you. And I am excited about the opportunities that we have both in your district and in Texas, and then across the country, in terms of the fact that we are seeing greater reliance on VA services from our vets than we have in some time. And I think that's a good, very good signal. Some of that has to do with Mission Act. Some of that has to do with our getting better at meeting time requirements. And a lot of it has to do with the excellence of the people that we have in this agency. I mentioned one, Doreen Summers, in my opening remarks. There's thousands and thousands of people like her, and it's a great opportunity to work here. I will say that you guys have already helped us a lot on this question of diversity, because one of the reasons we wanted to consolidate the work of two offices into one, and to seek the increase of $13 million, almost $13 million, 12.9, is because of the new authorities and requirements you gave us in the Sampson Act last year, which really focused attention on the fact that the fastest growing contingent of veterans in our care are women veterans. And we have to get better at not only providing them the services and access to technology that they're right to expect, but that they can operate in a context, in a milieu, in an environment that does not see them suffering harassment or hassled or even worse. And so you've already given us those authorities. You've given us a lot of important investments in the Office of Women Health Programming over the course of the last several years. This budget allows us to continue those investments in technology, gender-specific care, and in women's health professionals. And then through this new office, in the $13 million that you've given us, gives us a fulcrum on which to require accountability with the new authorities you've given us in the Sampson Act. So I feel really good about where we are on this. That doesn't mean I think we are where we need to be. There's a long way for us to go. But with the new authorities and these resources, we'll be in a good spot.
Well, that's great, Mr. Secretary. With any new office, I guess we'll be following along and seeing how that works. And I appreciate your work and your service. And Mr. Chairman, I'll yield back.
Thank you.